So students, this is history chapter and this is class 6 and history chapter number 5, and our topic of the chapter is different ways of life. So already we have started in our with our new chapter. So what we are going to learn in this chapter is about the coming of the Aryans, literary sources, archaeological sources, pottery and the iron tools. Okay, then life of the people in the Vedic age. Then also we are going to learn Paleolithic culture, life of the people in the later Vedic age, megalithic burials, case study of in Amelgaon we are doing to do. Okay, Amelgaon you are doing to do this. You will see in Amelgaon. It is Amelgaon. Okay, so Amgaon it is there. Amgaon. So let us start with the explanation, right? So the decline of the Indus Valley civilization was followed by the coming of the Aryans in the north and the northwest India around 1500 BCE, that is before Common Era. It was believed that they entered the India subcontinent through the Hindu Kush mountains. Okay, so as we know that the Indus Valley civilization we have already discussed in the previous chapter, right? We have discussed about the Indus Valley civilization. There are so many sources. It is told that the how Indus Valley civilization came into end. Some say that the storm came. Some say that the water of the Indus, that is Saraswati river, became overflow. For this reason, the Indus Valley civilization became vanished. Okay, it became disappear. But there are different sources which tell us different thing. But we don't know what is the actual reason. Also, some people predict. Okay, some people say that the what called Aryans were there. Okay, Aryans. Now you can say who are Aryans. They were the, you can say, warriors. Warriors, you know, na? Rajput people. Okay, Rajput people, you know. Okay, so they are the warriors. They were the Hindu people, right? So they entered into the Indus Valley civilization nearly 1500 BCE. Okay, and they took away the power of their into their hand. Okay, and they started to rule. So next you say, and they entered from where? From the Hindu Kush mountains, from the way of the Hindu Kush mountains. It is written in your book. Okay, so they traveled. You can see in the picture. Okay, you can see in the picture, page number 36. Okay, you can see in the picture. It is about, you can see here that one person. Okay, that is king. Okay, here is all where you can see the mountains, right? All where you can see the mountains here. Yes or no? All where you can see the mountains here. And this is a Kush mountain. It is a picture which is shown here. This is a Kush mountain, and the Aryan, the king, okay, is entering here. Okay, so it is told that they took away the power by entering to the Kush mountains. Okay, so later on, what happened? They travel all the way from the Central Asia. That is, you know that they travel in the whole part of Asia, including Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan. Okay, they travel everywhere. Okay, into the and reach the Indian subcontinent, where they first settled in Punjab region, which is called the Sapta Sindhu, land of 7 rivers. What is Sapta Sindhu? Sapta Sindhu means land of 7 rivers is called Sapta Sindhu. Okay. Also, the 7 rivers were river Indus or Sindhu at its tributaries that flow through the Punjab and include Jhelum, Chenab, then Ravi, Bias and Satluj. To the east of the river, Satluj is the river Saraswati, which flows through the plains of Haryana and Punjab. What is there? You have seen one film. Okay, have you seen or not? I will say one film, Bajrangi Bhaijaan. Maybe it is very favorite of you. Okay. So if you have seen Bajrangi Bhaijaan, so you will see, you are saying that, sir, why sir is saying about Bajrangi Bhaijaan? In the last scene of the what called Bajrangi Bhaijaan, okay, if you see the last scene of the Bajrangi Bhaijaan, there is in the border of the Bajrangi, means India and Pakistan, you have seen one river is there. Yes, one river you will see. Okay, in the Bajrangi Bhaijaan film, you will see in the border one river. What is the name of the river, you know? So that river is called Jhelum. Okay, that is the border, that is Jhelum. Okay, in the Punjab, Pakistan, it is Chenab is there. In Pakistan it is called Chenab, and in our area it is called Jhelum. So Jhelum and what called Chenam. It is like two brother and sister, right? So when it enters into the lower part, okay, in the Punjab area near the Harappan civilization site, it is told Saraswati river. Remember, I already mentioned you before. Yes or no? About the Saraswati river, I told you before also. So people of the Indus Valley civilization lived with the help of the Saraswati river only. Some people believe that the Saraswati river only took away their life. Okay, so let's get move forward. Now it is there that the Aryans composed the Vedas, which are one of the ancient literary sources available to the period during the Vedas, were the written known as the age of the Vedas or Vedic age. As you know that the Veda, okay, that is Ved, okay, there are four Vedas in the Hindu. So it is told, okay, in the simple language I will say you, listen to me very carefully. In when I went to study my law, okay, so in there also, there Vedas was very important. Where you say Muslim culture or Hindu culture, it is both are important. But when I studied the Hindu culture, I got Vedas, and before also I got Vedas, but I studied the Vedas in the depth knowledge when I studied my law, okay, and still actually what is told there, how Vedas were written. In your book it is not written in this way. How Vedas were written, you know, some of the Jnani Pandits were there. Brahmans, you know, na? Brahmans, Pandit. In your language, Muslims are often telling it Maulvis. You know Maulvis? Yes or no? Some of the Jnani Pandits were there. In our language, we are saying it Pandits. Okay? Some of the Jnani Pandits were there. What they have done, God came in their dream. Okay? God came in their dream and told them, okay, and instructed them that God Brahma, you know na, God Brahma, the knowledge God, the knowledgeable God, God Brahma came and told to write Vedas. Okay, so there are four Vedas: Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, and Atharva Ved. Remember it. Okay, it is written in your book. Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, and Atharva Ved. Okay, what is the name? Once I am repeating it, you can speak if you want. Rig Ved, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved, and Yajur Ved. Okay, so we are going to define each and everything in this chapter. So you came to know how Vedas has got written, how we got the Vedas. The Brahmins, okay, the Brahmins in their own language, that is Sanskrit language. What language does the Aryans used? What language did the Rajput use? The Rajput used Sanskrit language. Okay, they were using Sanskrit language. Have you heard the Sanskrit language? It is like this: Tameva Vishnu Pita Tumeva, Tameva Bandhu Sakha Tumeva. Like this is the Sanskrit language. Okay, so they have written using this kind of language in the Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. So you got the knowledge how the Vedas has written. Okay, you got the knowledge how the Vedas has written. Now we will come to know about more about the Vedas, the meaning of the Vedas. Okay, the word Vedas means, you can say, knowledge or the wisdom. Now if I ask you one question, that how does the Vedas came in existence? Okay, first question. Second question is that how does Sanskrit language came? How does Sanskrit language came? Okay, the answer will be that what type of language does the Aryans or the Rajput speak? They were the ruler, yes or no? They were the ruler and they were speaking Sanskrit languages. Okay, so the Pandits or the knowledgeable persons were always with them, guiding them. Okay, like for example, you remember Chanakya, you'll get the Chanakya. Okay, Chanakya was a very known person. He never fought the battle, okay, but he is a very cunning person. Okay, and he is also known as a political guru because of his great sharp mind, you can say. Now we are discussing about the Vedas, right? So the Vedas came when the Aryans, okay, as we know, okay, in the simple, actually in my language I will say you why this religion is important for you is that, you see, in before time, Constitution was there. Indian Constitution was there, not there, right? Indian Constitution was there, not there. So how does the Raja will rule, or how does the king will rule? The king will rule with the help of their dharma. Understood? The king will rule with the help of the dharma, and they were also keeping with them the dharma guru. Understood? They were keeping with them the dharma guru. The dharma guru, whatever they will say, they will follow that. Understood? So that was the how the Raja was ruling that time. So for that reason, Vedas were very important for the Aryans, because in order to rule the people. Okay, so what is the meaning of the Vedas? The Veda means knowledge or the wisdom, which is written in your page number 37, you can see. Okay, it has been derived from the Sanskrit word Vid, which means to know. There are 4 Vedas, I already told you, Rig Vedas, then Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. I have told you, right? The Vedas are the calls of the hymns or suktas. Hymns, like you have maybe if you means you listened also, if you are Hindu or though you are Muslim, maybe when you pass through your way, maybe you have listened this kind of songs like Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tasya Viturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. So this is a word Gayatri mantra, right? So these are called, in the Hindu it is called hymns. Understood? Hymns. What it is called? Hymns. Maybe you have heard the different kind of songs of a god. Okay, when we are praising the god. Yes or no? These are called what? Hymns. Okay, the mantras are called hymns. Okay, so there are different hymns, or the suktas are there. Okay, these hymns were written by the different sages and not work for the one author. As there is a famous, you know na, that hymns is there, that you can say that Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, yes or no? There's you can say the writer name. If you next class, I will be asking you the writer name. Okay, Vishnu, I will be asking you the writer name. You see the what girl who has written the Hanuman Chalisa. So he was also a very, means you can say famous sage. Okay, famous Pandit it was. So based on this origin, Vedas, Vedic text may be classified into the 2 broad categories. The early Vedic age, that is was written, that the Rig Vedic age, that is between 1500 to 1000 BCE. Okay, during which the Rig Vedic was composed, and later Vedic period was composed, that is 1000 to 600 BCE, during which the remaining 3 Vedas were composed. Now you see, there are different categories when the Vedas were composed. Okay, and you see one thing, if you notice one thing, is that the Vedas, the age in the history is written in the backdated, 1000 to 600. I told in the class, right, what is the reason? Yes or no? I told you in the class, you remembered or not? Just shake your head if you remember that the history dates, okay, the history dates in the early time, it was written in the backdated. Okay, it was like, for example, as a whole you take 1000 years. Okay, after 1 year, how many years are left? 9999 BCE. After 1 year, how many years will be left? 9998 BCE. So for this reason, it is backdated. Okay, so next we will see about the Rig Veda. Okay, so next we are going to read about the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is the earliest Vedic literature that contains of 1028 hymns. Okay, as you know what is hymns, right? Yes or no? You know what is about the hymns. So it is about the you are saying, I'll in the simple language. Maybe the Islamic culture persons will be getting confused. Okay, like we are saying it mantras in your when it is means at the evening time, when this what called when Pandits Maulvis are singing, no, like giving ajan, you know na, ajan, you, yes or no? The Maulvis are giving ajan in a very tunable way. Yes or no? In a very melody voice, the Maulvis are giving the ajan. Yes or no? That in our language, Hindu, it is called hymns. Okay? Because we are praising the Lord. We are saying praise the Lord. Okay? That you have done great thing. Yes or no? Why we are remembering Lord? Because we are remembering God, Lord, and we are thanking the God. Yes? that thank you for giving us everything, like this. It is a prayer type. Now next is what, that divided into 10 books called mandalas, and this 1028 hymns written in the Rig Veda is called mandalas. Okay, it is the collection of the prayers offered to the several gods such as the Agni, Indra, Varuna and Surya. So different gods are there. So it is now which god in Rig Veda, if you are praying, if you are reading Rig Veda, you are praying to which god? Okay, what which god song you will find? You will find the god like, for example, Agni, Indra, then Varuna and Surya. Okay, like for example, the Hindus are having different kind of pujas in their house. Okay, Agni puja is there, right? Then Surya puja is there, then Sunny puja is there. So we are following this kind of books when we are doing pujas. And the language which was written in the Vedas where only who can read it? The Brahmins can read it. Okay, so the Brahmins can only read it. Understood? So for this reason, the Rajas were keeping the Brahmins with them in order to do the yagna. Okay, because they can read it. Now we will discuss about the Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. So before discussing, okay, there are 3 Vedas. We should know that I have already told you. Sama Veda, then Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda were written in the later Vedic period, which was written in the after Vedic period. That is, Sama Veda gives the description of the tunes that are used for the hymns given in the Rig Veda. Now in the Rig Veda, only the song has been written, but how to sing it, it is not told. Okay, how you will sing this song, it is not mentioned. Understood? But in the Sama Veda, given the description of the tune, that how you will sing it. Like for example, you see, like when we are singing the song like Om Bhur Bhaveshwaha Tassavitar Varenyam. So there is also a tune, okay, when we are using it. Okay, this is also a hymns. Okay, so it is said that the Indian classical music has been roots in the Sama Veda. So what is the root of the Sama Veda? You know, have heard the Indian classical music. You maybe girls are very fond of Kathakali. You know Kathakali? Maybe you know about the Kathakali, Kathak dance. Yes or no? Kathakali. That is Indian traditional dance. Okay, that is ta tha ta ta dhai ta ta dhai ta. Yes or no? So in this way the tunes are being used there. Okay, the Yajur Veda gives the knowledge of how the rituals and the ceremonies are to be performed along with the sacrifice prayer. You know that the Hindus are also giving sacrifice, goats they are giving sacrifice. Yes or no? So in there the process of the sacrifice is written, the Yajur Veda. Okay, how the Yajur Veda, how we can give the sacrifice to the god or Lord. Okay, so the Atharva Veda deals with the ethical principles, certain branches of Ayurveda, science, then health, and also exclusive section of the deals with the magical spell, charms to world of the evil. So the Atharva Veda, it deals with the, you can say, medicine. Okay, deals with the medicine. So this was all the 4 Vedas, and each and every Veda has a different meaning. So students, only 3 minutes is left. Okay, so I am going to end up the video here. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye bye.